Ja Morant is one of the most electrifying rookie guards to enter the league in years, displaying futuristic ball handling with video game athleticism. His quickness is knee-buckling, but how far can his raw talent take him? Is the sky the limit for this? Just 6'3", Ja is often audacious on these takeoffs, crashing into giants off of 2 feet. Look at where he takes off from here to earn these free throws. On this one, his back foot is on the stripe, and somehow he then outleaps everyone to the ball. Morant isn't always aiming for R-rated dunks on these. He's using his body as a shield, then improvising in the air. Ja can do this because he's one of the most vertically gifted guards in some time, with his hands large enough to adjust on the fly like this and the body control of an aerial acrobat. That's about 13 feet of glide off one leg. These bold attacks don't all work. Sometimes he's stuck and swallowed by size. Remember, he's only 6'3", but this is fat to trim in the near future by turning these wild plays into laydowns. Morant's particularly skilled at slithering into traffic and finishing through contact. He can do this with either hand and into shot blockers with that explosive leaping and skilled touch. This last-second play encapsulates these strengths. He's quick enough to blow by from a near standstill, then explode into the trees and find a tiny window to finish in. His ball handling allows him to get downhill and knife into these cracks. And Morant's handle is exceptional, changing speeds when necessary and harmonizing with his pogo stick change of direction quickness. This package makes him difficult to contain through the legs, crossover, behind the back. He's even pushing the boundaries of legality like the great ball handlers of yesteryear, letting the ball fall before scooping it up and forward. This gives the ball a non-parabolic path, bouncing up, down briefly, then forward and almost up before falling back to the floor. He does have more palming violations than 26 NBA teams, but it's rarely called because this is subtle and hard to spot. And like all dribbling advancements, it blurs the line between violation and innovation. Note how strong he is going left. He loves throwing it out like this and then cutting back. And this makes him dangerous turning the corner in pick and roll action, where too much space allows him to go to the floater. Morant releases these quickly and has nice touch on them, and there's that scoop dribble into a little move going left. Because he's so comfortable in the air, he can get these short-range shots off in so many different ways, and he's making a healthy 45% of them on the season. The beauty of this floater is that it camouflages passes, where a driving Morant forces defenders to pick their poison, and he can mid-air audible to a teammate. This makes him a dangerous pick-and-roll passer already, with bigs concerned about his rim runs and short little pull-ups. He even sprinkles an occasional long jumper in, and all of these mid-range threats tug on the defense and open passing angles. Ja has the makings of a great passer. Speed of delivery, not just the velocity of pass, but the quick flick off the bounce to deliver it. Notice how he manipulates this defender with his eyes here before firing. This kind of manipulation is reserved for elite passers who trick defenders into the wrong positions. The look away here kicks the help out beautifully. Ja dances around opponents here, and watch Bismack Biyombo. Boom! That's David Blaine's sleight of hand, as Biyombo has no clue where the ball is. Morant's willing to try tight windows too, where precision and timing are paramount, and he can be pinpoint accurate with some of these dimes. This lob requires accuracy and the desire to throw early into open space, another hallmark of excellent passing. There are still some kinks to work out though. Sometimes his timing is a bit off, or other times there's just a moment of hesitation that leads to an uncertain delivery. He also misses a few too many layup passes to be upper crust right now, but the clearest area for growth is with these aforementioned laydowns. He has to jump to make up for his lack of height, which adds to some of these difficulties on these drives. And since he can already make brilliant jump passes, I expect experience to curb these turnovers down. Among 1,000-minute rookies, only Trae Young has ever created more estimated shots for teammates than Morant this year, and similar ball-dominant passers have gone on to good or even great passing heights. Ja's outside shooting is another potential area for improvement. He's at 37% from 3, but on very low volume, most of those coming off the bounce. And his touch, hand-eye coordination, and 81% college free throw shooting give me some confidence that he can expand his volume a bit over time to make this a moderate part of his game. There's room for much larger improvement on defense. Morant's lateral quickness is probably his best defensive asset right now, making his on-ball perimeter D solid. He also uses that quickness when zoning up on the weak side, able to split the difference between two men, then pounce quickly on a pass. This is one of his best sequences, choking off the corner pass based on this flat angle. And he's a touch slow to react, but quick enough to get a hand in on that second effort. Ja's athleticism makes for strong closeouts, where you can tag and quickly recover like this, and he flashes situational awareness, cheating over to again take away a possible passing angle, and it's a turnover going the other way, and here we go. I like that he overplays the corner 3 here instead of respecting Russell Westbrook, and then recovers hard enough to deter this shot, easily staying home to pester it. He does have a tendency to gamble in spots, and when you're that quick, you'll pick some pockets, but Morant's in the 31st percentile among guards for steal rate, and these little gambits don't always cash in yet. This play shows a lackadaisical approach he displayed in college, lingering to make a splash, but then whiffing. I'm more concerned about a general lack of technique and awareness off the ball. I mean, what's going on here? What's he thinking about? These kinds of spacey moments are too frequent, here not realizing a common slip play is on the table and he's not big enough to save the layup. This really shows up chasing players off ball, where lapses are exploited by cutters. Great block by Jaren. Ja struggles to locate the ball and man on these cuts, and too often loses contact and separation with his mark, making navigating screens more challenging. Morant's ball screen navigation is a clear area to improve. He has poor awareness of screen locations and how to circumvent them when he gets there. Different angles can trip him up. There's no easy way over this screen, but he doesn't realize that until it's too late. Here he seems indecisive about how to respond to a flat screen. Then he doesn't switch and aimlessly chases the ball, and the whole thing is a clinic on what not to do. He often has his hands down as well in these pick and roll spots instead of disrupting passing lanes, but fortunately these kinds of techniques are very teachable. One vulnerability that isn't easily corrected is Morant's lack of strength, and most players seem to be able to bump him off spots on their routes despite his quickness. Because of all this, impact metrics view him as a clear negative defender, dragging down his overall ratings in these stats. But I think some of this is missing the rookie learning curve. Ja's better today than he was 5 months ago, especially on offense. And that combination of ball handling, quickness, and vision give him the potential to become a playmaking machine. Other ball handling wizards with cat quickness and vertical pop have failed to become highly efficient scorers without a great outside shot. So Ja's fastest path to me to offensive superstardom is through this incredible ability to punish collapsing defenses with his passing. His offense is already dangerous enough that I'm okay calling him a sub-all-star player today, but his defense is a clear negative to me. Fortunately, Morant has realistic areas to improve on both sides of the ball, and even only moderate strides would make him an all-star type player. But given his skill set, athleticism, and meteoric rise, I think that there's a very good chance in the next few years, Ja Morant becomes a strong, all-NBA level player. Latest Thinking Basketball podcast is with the Ringer's J. Kyle Mann on the greatest moves in NBA history. To support this channel and help make more of these videos, head on over to patreon.com/thinkingbasketball. There's an historical database there of stats, insider articles, extra videos, and even a Discord discussion server. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. Hope you enjoyed this one, and of course that you are having a great day.